That song is by Doja Cat. That is my favorite. Hey, Biggie support group. How are you, sweetie? I'm so glad you guys are here today. Thank you guys for stopping by. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to come through here. I appreciate that. Um, and I think I said hello to everyone, but just to go back, hey, Mr. Goodbar, Miss Eve, Biggie's support group, Free Thinkers, Ben 73, Don Philly, 215. We got Realist One, we got Chicky, and we got CC. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope everybody had a blessed day today. I had a pretty good day. It was the last day of school. Thank God, thank God. So I won't have to see those children for 2 months. Thank God for that. So my official last day is tomorrow. So that's basically, finishing cleaning the classrooms. Hey Harley, hey sweetie, and cleaning in the classrooms and making sure that I got everything that I need because I will not be there for 2 months. So thank God for that. I need a break with all the stuff that's going on in real life and in YouTube life. As you can see, I have had a interesting week. Um, I don't know if you guys went to my community post. I don't, and some people do follow me on Instagram. I had something really interesting to happen. A wonderful young lady notified me of something that I need to pay attention to, and I'm thankful that she did let me know because I knew about one post that this female put up, but I didn't know about the other post. So it was just really good that she let me know. Also, I appreciate some of the support, some people that are, really kind of speaking up because right is right and wrong is wrong, right? And so some people, Miss Eve says, call it down the middle and really, hey, watch them niggas. How are you, sweetie? And it's really, hey, Farmer Nancy. I'm glad to see you. I enjoyed your live. And some people they they don't call it down the middle. It's about who we like. But if you noticed, I don't really put anybody, even if I don't like them, I don't put them on my community wall neither. Hey Tamika, hey MG 707, how are you, sweetie? I don't put anybody on my thank you MG. I don't put anything on my community wall about, well, I did one time when I was directing it to that particular person. But other than that, I don't put anybody's picture on my community wall. I don't try to cyberbully anyone. I'm speaking my truth. If something offended me or somebody, has been harassing me, I'm gonna speak on it. Um, and I will continue to do that. For the people that don't have any idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to share my screen because I'm pretty sure some people don't know. I made a lot of my family aware to kind of keep a lookout and do what they need to do. But I'm going to share this with you from my community wall for those who didn't see it. We have this lady right here. Well, I'm not gonna say lady, female. She got mad because I called her. I said she was shaped like SpongeBob and Tasmanian Devil, and this was when we was on someone else's panel when she was trying to get clarification about something that I said about her. And then later on that night, I ended up getting on someone else's panel explaining what happened on the other person's panel. So this person was watching me, which is creepy, and she put this in here, and then she did have the whole picture up, and it was like a distorted face. It was like either this person had a cheap camera, a bad phone, or something like that. But it had my face looking really fuzzy and melted. But she cropped that out, and so now you just see my chin area and my chest area and the hair. But what was significant about it, she compared me to this Muffet. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever seen me, but this was really creative. But this is not how I look, right? So then I go down, and this post was 4 months ago when all of the things have happened with me. And this happened 4 months ago when I had a situation where I had a few people coming at me, and she put this up here. Now, I was not a content creator at the time. I don't know if I even consider myself a content creator now, but I know that I wasn't then. So she put this up when I was just merely just a subscriber. And then 2 months later, I guess I was on Empress Lunny One Love's chat, and I was talking, and I'm gonna say what I want to say in the chat. So since I was talking, she didn't like what I was saying. She went on King Channel. Either she got one of her minions or she did it from her bad camera on her phone. And then she took this picture of me. And then one night she had the nerve, I was notified that she had the nerve to even post it on her live, so that she could go in on however she thinks she look. But however she thinks I look. But if you look at this picture, it doesn't look bad at all. Now the other one, when she had me all, my face all droopy stuff, because she called me droopy face, that was her bad camera or whoever that took the picture. So they took time to go on somebody else's live, take a screenshot of me looking down, and this is what you see as I'm looking down. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, I'm like, you did me a favor, because this wasn't even a really bad picture. I'm just looking down. And then, well, of course, she put Empress Lunny One Love. So, Empress Lunny One Love went back. And then she put this picture where I was just looking straight. So you see my face right here. There's nothing, so she was calling me melting face. Now, if you think that this is okay, and you might even like this female, but if you think this is okay, you might not be a supporter of mine, because I don't find nothing like this okay. I despise this person, but I would not ever put them online like that. I would never do that, for the simple fact I have morals, and since I have a moral compass, it's certain things that I'm just not going to do. Hi, Daphne. How are you? Yes, it seems very strange, but I seem to be the jealous one. And this person also feels as if they are the victim, and that everyone is coming at them, and we're just messing with her because we're jealous and we're envious. But I can tell you one thing: I have never put her or anybody else that I don't like on my community wall, and I won't ever. Number one, I don't believe people are that important, especially when I don't like you, and I don't. And then once I know a little bit about you, and I find out that you really are trash, I really don't want to give you any type of glory or any type of clout on my page. So it's just amazing to me when you're not messing with anyone. I have an opinion. I don't like you. There's a lot of other things I feel about a certain person, but I'm not finna sit up here and harass and cyberbully somebody. But then you'll find people on here that will look at that and say, that's not a big deal. It's a very big deal. Someone is taking your image and trying to make fun of you. So I ask people that actually support me, that actually like me, maybe, to report this particular picture. And also, like I said, it's not just me on there, it's Lonnie. Now, Empress Lonnie One Love doesn't mind going back and forth with people. She has been in a content creator for a minute, and she's also been in the beef sector. I have never been in the beef sector, don't know what it is. Like I said, I've been on here for maybe 2 years on chats. I started out in, 2013 is when I really started just looking at content and things. But I never really been like active in the chats like I was in the last 2 years when Kwame Brown came up. Where's the pic on? Well, it was on her page, and if you look on there, you will see it on her page. And then I also had put it on IG. So a lot of people on my IG, they've seen it as well. Tamika, I think I answered your question, but if not, just let me know or hit me behind the scenes. But anyway, just to make a long story short, I just want to make sure that you guys, if you didn't pay attention to that, that is something that number one is uncalled for. I don't care if I don't like someone or if I despise someone. You are not going to see that on my community post because unlike some people, I do have a moral compass. And I understand in this life, you will reap what you sow. So whatever you put out, you definitely will get. Now, to get off of that, because I don't want to give that person any more clout because they love it, I'm going to be talking about feeding people with a long handle spoon. You may have heard your grandmother or somebody older in your family, or maybe your mother has said this quote, and really it's an idiom. And basically, an idiom is just like, I would say maybe a figure of speech, but it's like a saying describing something much bigger. And what I mean by that is when you see the idiom, which means feeding people with a long handled spoon, it means basically create distance, watch people. And some people you definitely have to keep at a distance because they are not good for you. You will come in contact with a lot of people at your job, even in your family. I would say maybe some friends or associates. I would say more with associates. You will have to, and friends, a lot, you just have to be very cautious of people. There's a lot of people that have different motives for getting to know you. Some are good and some are bad. And then when they do try to get to know you, and you maybe are a little bit more than they expected in a good way, there becomes sometimes feelings of envy and jealousy. And sometimes people can misunderstand your intentions. So you have to kind of watch people to actually see if this person or persons are actually there to get to know you. And I'm talking about with any type of relationship, romantically or just platonic. There's sometimes you will meet people that actually really don't like you, but they hang around you to see more of what you're about or what you have or why do you do this, or they try to find out the things that make you who you are. And it's a little bit of flattery with that because they see something really great in you that they don't feel that they have or that they don't have, and they are drawn to it, but at the same time, they're repelled by it. And that's really a weird kind of dynamic. But you will find people in your life, they see the greatness in you. They see the very vast potential that you have, and they're drawn to that. It's something that makes them drawn to you, your energy and how you speak and how you move and how you just are you. And they like that. That's a part of them that hates it or envy or they're repelled of it. It's kind of like a moth in a flame. You ever heard that before, where it's like the moth is drawn to the flame, it's drawn to that light, right? But when it gets close to it, of course it's going to get burnt, because it can't handle that fire, that light. So that's kind of how some people will come into your life. It's some people that will actually they actually like some things about you, but it's so many things that they can't stand about you because they can't really understand or be like you, right? They want to have that type of attention, or they want to have that type of aura that you may have. They want to have that type of talent, and they're drawn to it, but they are repelled at the same time, right? And we have seen that in our lives. If you have lived any span of life, you will see how people will actually seem like they like you, but they will turn on you at the blink of an eye. You see it every day. You see it in your family, people in your family that you were good with, you love, and they love you, but it's something about you that they wish they had and they don't have it, and it leaves a little bit bad taste in their mouth when they see you, when they're around you. They want what you got. They just don't know what it is that draws people to you, or that you just seem so just cool. Hey, Drea, how are you, sweetie? That's what people that don't know themselves, they don't have an identity within who they are. And if they really knew who they were, there's some things that they'd be like, well, I may not have this, but I have this over here. See, there's no reason to be jealous or envious of anybody, because you have to realize what somebody else may not have, you got it, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But you will find people that are drawn to you that come off very friendly. They come off as if they want to be your friend and if they want to help you, but it's all for a different motive. It's not because they really like you enough to really understand you and want to be around you. They want to see what it is that you got so that they can get it or imitate it, right? But we all know at the end of the day, whatever you got, that's what you got. That's what God blessed you with, and everybody is different. But see, another thing you'll find out, well, I found out really, really fast on YouTube. Um, YouTube is a battlefield. If y'all don't know that by now, keep living and typing. Okay. You will have people that you were cool with, that you seen in the chats, and you really thought that they were cool with you, you were cool with them, just to find out when someone is talking about you or doing something towards you, they're laughing in the comment section. They think it's funny. They think it's a game. These are the same people that you were really cool with. You'll also find out some people, if you talk to some content creators and you were cool with some of those content creators, not as far as you were friends or you actually were that really close, but you thought that maybe you had some type of friendship or some type of not friendship, but camaraderie, association, I would say more than friendship, because we don't know these people, right? At the end of the day, we don't know each other. I could come off a certain kind of way and I might not really be that. A lot of people, when they see me or see my picture, they think, oh, she's a little nice young lady. Oh, she probably scary or whatever. Just to find out when I blow up, I'm a whole different other beast, right? So I try not to even go there with that, but I'm just letting you know, people are never what they seem to be. You could find them. Hey, Brooklyn lady Ellie. I'm sorry. You will find out people are never really what they seem to be. But you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are, and you have to protect your heart. You have to protect your energy. You have to know when you're dealing with people not to wear your heart on your sleeve. Also, as you're dealing with people, to check people out. Hey, Dom, how are you, sweetie? Check people out. Observe people before you start talking, whether it's the truth or you're saying a lie just to test to see if it will come back to you. Test and observe. Don't ever give all of your information. Never give all of who you are just because you think a person is cool. Everybody has been raised differently. Everybody has a different moral compass than the other, right? So everybody's not going to think like you. Everybody's not going to see friendship like you or see the treating people how they want to be treated. They're not going to see it like you. So you have to get to know, when you talk to a person and observe a person, does this person really see friendship or see things kind of similar to how I see things? You kind of have to have a like spirit and a like mind. And then when you find out that maybe you don't have that same like spirit and like mind, you need to be cordial and back the hell up. Listen, listen. Everybody that seems cool is not meant for you, and you not meant for them. Everybody that seems cool, you don't need to be close to. Actually, some people, and I'm going to say 95% of people, you will not really connect with that deeply. I'm going to say a small percentage of it is really, maybe 5%. And sometimes I think 1%. You meet people that are really genuine, you can really connect with. You don't feel guarded with them. You feel like if you can say something to them, your conversation stays between you and that person, not you and everybody else, or not you and the whole YouTube, right? So you have, I'm going to say, I said 5, but I'm going to say 1%. And the other 99, keep arm's length. My grandmother used to tell me this saying, this idiom, all the time. And when I was young, I didn't understand it. But as I got older and started dealing with people, I understood exactly what she meant. Everyone is not meant to rock with you. They may be good people. Some people may be. But sometimes they may not be. A lot of people, and you're going to hear me say a lot of people a lot, and I'm going to just say, I'm going to say some people put on fronts, right? Some people put on fronts. Yes, thank you, Mr. Goodbar. Put Harley's And everybody else's who else has a channel, please put their information in the chat. I'm going to say some people have the persona that they like you, but they really don't. Only observing, sitting back and just kind of taking everything in. And I would say, because I know I overanalyze a lot of things. Some things I overanalyze I probably shouldn't have, but I do. And when I overanalyze some of the things that I look back on, I said, well, no, I was right by overanalyzing because now this has happened. Never be too quick to take on people in your life. Never. It's not safe to do that. Never, always remember that people was not raised like you. So they're not going to see how treating other people should be. Like I said, everybody is different. Everybody been raised different. You have to sit back, observe, and see if this person is really what they seem to be. I've had some situations where I thought people were really cool and I shared certain things with them only to regret that I did. Okay. And then some things I just kind of tested to see if a person would return the word and it would go back, and then when I found out that, okay, I can't really trust this person, or you might have another person that is cool with the both of you, and the other person will tell you certain things about another person that you thought you were probably cool with, but you find out, that person really didn't like me at all. Hey, daughter of Zion, how are you, sweetie? I'm glad you're here. This person never liked me at all. Actually, they couldn't stand me. And I'm the kind of person, I kind of peep stuff out, but I give people the benefit of the doubt. Well, I used to, right? And when I give people the benefit of the doubt, even though I have that little feeling that maybe this person might like me just a little bit, the fact that they're being really nice to me, they're being really helpful, they really don't like me like that at all. I'm assuming they are around me for some apparent reason. I have no idea why, because I don't think that way. When I genuinely try to get to know people and be around certain people and communicate with people, it's because there's something about them that I actually like, right? And then as I'm engaging with them, you get to know folks and you kind of be like, okay, there's more things probably about that person I don't like than I do. So let me kind of back up just a little bit. And sometimes I think a person can kind of feel when you distance yourself from them. When you distance yourself from people, certain people, it infuriates some, right? With me, because I try to go in genuine with a person, it makes me mad because I hate for people to think that I'm being fake. And a lot of times, if certain people will go back, they will say, well, Selena did say this, that, she always told me how she felt and what she didn't like, what I did or said, or what I didn't understand. I always voiced it. So I don't just get behind people's back and say, I really don't like her ways. I might say something to that person like, you might need to kind of watch this because it comes off it comes off rude. I might say something like that. And then, I'm telling you exactly what I said, but you'll hear it from another party, right? The other party could twist it and turn it, and it could be something totally different than what you really said. And if the person can remember, you've already expressed that, right? Just giving you some examples of how I was misread on some things. But when I really do try to get to know people, it's because I have a genuine intention. It's something about that person that I like. It's not something I don't want nothing from you. A lot of things, people that got a big ego, they think somebody wants something from them. Well, let me tell you, I have my own talents and gifts, right? And I'm using them to my best ability in my everyday life. So there's nothing for me to get from you unless you're going to give me some money, right? Now that I will take. But other than that, I'm not trying to be like anybody else on this app or in my real life, you know. And I'm just telling you some of my intentions when I try to, get to know people. But you do have some people, hi, Metal Clips, you do have some people that are paranoid, and they think that everyone's against them, or everybody wants something from them. But I don't think anybody on this app or in my real life that are that great that I actually want to take something from them. Like I said, besides money. But just to kind of go back, um, you find yourself making friends, well, making associates, and you are trying to figure out if a person is really, hey, Larry, if a person really likes you, or if they're just there for what they can get from you, or what they are trying to find out about you. Because I don't think people actually, I don't know, I don't think it's people that actually are trying to get something from me. I'm thinking sometimes people try to get to know you to see what makes you you, and is it real? I think some of that, and then how they want to know how you move to kind of maybe do some of that with their life. I'm assuming, I don't know, because everybody has, it seems like everybody has different motives, and some people's motives at the end of the day is just not good. you know they don't like you, they actually can't stand you, um they think you fake, they think you, what else, they just think the worst of you. And you just have to find out who is who. And sometimes it takes an incident to happen for you to see who people really are. Let me see, watch them niggas. But what if people really only talk to you to get something from you? Right. It's a lot of people, they will try to get to know what kind of information they can get from you. I've had that to happen many a times. They try to get certain information from you, and sometimes I'll say things just to test a person to see if this information, I might not even be telling the truth on it, but I might uh, uh, do a little lie and see if the information comes back, you know. And now I don't do that at all. I just keep my mouth shut, and I trust certain people with valuable information. How do you do that? You observe people. Sometimes it comes with time. How long you've been knowing a person. But I'm learning to watch patterns. I'm learning to watch people's behavior. I'm learning to watch to see if they'll tell somebody else's business that told them some certain things. And when I see that, if you're telling me about somebody else's business that I know of, then I know then I can't tell you nothing. Right? It's been some times I've made the mistake because I've cared for certain people, and somebody had told me, they had told me some information, and I was expounding on it with someone else, and I was just like, I wonder what's that about, and I was just asking them for their advice about how to handle a situation. Well, that person took it and made it gossip, right? When I had the motives of just trying to see, well, what should I do to help this person? Because this person, now I know now, don't go into specifics and don't say names. When you say names and you are kind of specific about something, if the person is aware of another person, um, might be familiar with a person that you know as well, that might not be a good idea. You really have to sort and observe people out, kind of out, in this day and time. And it's always been like that. You've always heard your grandmama say, feeding people with a long handle spoon. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself hurt all the time. A lot of people with a good heart, a good nature, they have a little bit more trust in people or humanity more than they probably should. We're living in a world now with people filled with mental problems, and not just mental problems, but a lot of problems. And sometimes they have so many character flaws within them, they don't even see it. So when you are communicating with people that are already toxic and have plenty of character flaws, and they ain't trying to get help, they ain't trying to take accountability, you're gonna find yourself hurt. That's why now I only give information that I want to give. I only give information that I'm actually going to repeat if it comes out. But more than anything, I'm learning to not tell everything and everybody, because we do not know these people. Everybody on this app that you speak to, hey girl, hey sis, hey brother, hey man or boo, you don't know these people. This person could be a serial killer. This person could be an habitual liar. This person could be just a straight up psychopath. And if you make them mad, they going in on you. They're going to try to destroy your image. They're going to try to destroy your reputation and everything about you. You have to kind of just learn to sift through people. Because guess what? Those same people will sift you to see what you got or what you have or what it's about you, so that they can either get it from you or imitate you. I've heard some people told me that a certain person that don't like me was taking my talking points. I thought that was incredible. I'm like, why are you taking my talking points and you don't like me? I just think that's weird. But anyway, there's people that don't like you, and they will try to take things from you. Whether it's take away your image and have people to view you in a very undesirable light, or they'll try to ruin your reputation, say things about you and have other people looking at you crazy, or feeling like you untrustworthy, or you're messy, or you're jealous hearted, or you're envious person. You have all that type of thing. So that's why I say never get too close to everybody. There is some people you need to be cordial to and let that be it. I would say even watch me. I have good intentions, but I'm human at the end of the day. And I don't hold myself higher than anybody else. Like I said, I've never walked on water. But at the end of the day, like I always say, I'm a real enough with me to let you know either I'm a fool with you or I'm not. Either I like you or I'm not. I'm cordial to everyone, but there's only very few people I will actually trust my heart with. There's only very few people I will actually trust certain information that is very important to me. And the rest, I'm learning to keep at a distance, be cordial, and keep at a distance. Because that is going to protect you at the end. That is going to protect your heart. That's going to protect your reputation. Do not, and I repeat, do not get close to anybody so fast. And that goes for anybody. And some family you got to watch. Some family can be, they love you, but there is some jealousy and envy there. So you even have to treat some family with a long handled spoon, because everybody can't be you. And even though some people say, well, I ain't trying to be like her, I don't try to compare myself to nobody, but there's a part of you that is competing with that person. You don't want to admit it, but sometimes you can be competing with a person that you don't like, right? But I will say, because I am on YouTube, do not, and I say this with the best intentions, do not get close to a lot of people on YouTube. Don't do it. If you don't do it in real life, and see that, I thought since it was social media, it's a little better because you'll never have to see these people, so you can be cool with them. But don't do that. Protect yourself. Be very careful and cautious of the people you get close to on YouTube. Be very cautious of the content creators that you get close to, because you don't know if other content creators are actually working behind the scenes to actually make a play, and then your name is involved in it. You have to be very wise with your time. Be wise with who you're spending your time with, rather. Whether it's on the Instagram phone, where it's on the phone, or whether you meet up with, you got to be careful in all areas. You may have a good heart. You may have the best intentions to really just get to know people and make friends. But that doesn't mean that other person has that same motive or intention. That person just wants to know what makes you you, and how they can get what you got, or how they can destroy what you really are. Darkness does not like the light. You'll find a lot of people with dark spirits, darkness in their heart. And when they see any type of light in you, they hate it. It's a part of them that's attracted to you, but it's a part of them that hates it at the same time. Like I said, it's just like a moth and a flame. They are attracted to the light, but the flame repels the moth. And that's how you'll have some people. They'll be attracted to your light. They'll be attracted to your gifting. They'll be attracted to the way you maybe look or how you come across. But they, at the same time, they hate you or hate some things about you. Now, I'm not saying you're going to like everything about even the people that you actually really like. I mean, there's just going to be some things you're like, okay, girl, you get on my nerves, or man, you get on my nerves. But for the most part, you like them. You love their energy. You love who they are. I'm not talking about nothing like that. I'm talking about people that have an attraction to you, but a hatred at the same time. It happens. And if it hasn't happened to you, keep living. I never thought in my wildest dreams that a person could actually be attracted to me and hate me at the same time. Hey, Captain Wolf, how you doing, sweetie? I never would have thought it, but I have experienced it. So I know it from my experience. And you may experience it one day and you may not. That's why I say you really just have to watch people. And when you get that type of energy, or when you get that energy where you can't really trust a person, you just need to be polite and stay away from them. I'm not going to give too many experiences, because then some people be like, oh, she talking about this, she talking about that. I just want people to listen, not so much trying to figure out who it is and who I'm talking about. Listen to experience and how I'm learning to apply what I've learned through the experience, right? That's the point of me doing lives. It's not so that I can be the subliminal queen. It's so that you can understand my thought process. Right? Thank you, MG. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But you'll also find those people too. Once you do distance yourself, they are mad as hell, right? Mad as hell. You don't block them. You don't just totally just be like, I'm done with you forever. You just kind of go your own way, and you do your own thing, and you get around people that you actually have more, I would say, more in common than the other. And you will find those people mad as hell, and they will try to come against you because you distance yourself from them. I'm a kind of person, I don't really just block people unless I feel like, you know what, you didn't really like me in the beginning, so let's just go ahead and be done with it. So I may do that then. But as far as somebody that I'm like really, really cool with, but I just don't understand their vibe, I don't really block them like that, like at first. I just really kind of, treat them with a long handled spoon, go my way. I don't have a problem with them. I don't have no hate towards them. I just don't think me and you on the same wavelength. And that should be it, right? But you have some people, when they're mad, they will make an attempt to assassinate your character. They will make an attempt to try to embarrass you when maybe you've been embarrassed, or somebody tried to embarrass you before, And then when you have that type of energy, it really makes you not really want to deal with a lot of people, not really want to be nice. I used to wonder why my grandmother, I used to think she was mean. And even though a lot of people liked her, she didn't fool with a lot of people. And I would kind of watch her and how she moved, and I was like, I wonder why she don't really deal with so and so. And as I used to hear her, maybe talking to my aunts or whoever, because I was a child, I would wonder certain things. And then I would say, man, my grandmother mean. But then she really broke it down to me. It's not that I'm mean. I'm just careful because I know this nigga ain't no good. Or this heifer ain't no good. Rather. And my grandmother was a straight shooter. It wasn't too many things she wouldn't say to you. So when she would be that way, I would wonder. But then when she told me that, and then when I started to get older and experience life and deal with people, I understood. You cannot be too nice to these niggas, period. And forgive me if I'm saying niggas, because one of my friends got on to me about saying niggas. And forgive me for that. I'm talking, and niggas is not actually, well, I'm not saying the other, but anyway, You can't be too nice to people, period. I mean, as much as you want to, you can't. You just can't, because people in this day and time, they don't understand kindness. They don't understand niceness. They don't understand treat people like you want to be treated. That's just not in their that's not in their makeup, right? And so, like I said, everybody is raised differently. Everybody has a different upbringing. So some people have such a toxic upbringing when they become an adult. They just believe in, I'm gonna treat you any kind of way because I don't give a F. I don't care nothing about you. I don't know you, don't want to know you, and F you. That's how some people's upbringing is. And that's not what I'm used to. I'm used to, hey, if I don't bother you, don't bother me. That kind of upbringing. Hey, young Riaz. And people just do not have that same type of attitude. It's all about how I feel. I can care less about how you feel. I don't give a F. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you dealing with a lot of people that have that type of energy. And you just have to know, when you're dealing with people that have that type of energy, those are the people that you actually need to block completely. There's nothing more to talk about. There's nothing more to say. You just need to go over here, and I need to go far right while you exit stage left. There's some people you just need to block because they are really the devil's child. They have no intentions to do anything good for you or to you. They want to destroy you. They want to destroy anything that is good, or anything that is good that anybody in their mind has for you. They want to destroy that. So you have to know when to be like, I'm done. Now, for me, sometimes it took me a minute to actually get there. Because like I said, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to think when I leave the room that you're not talking about me, right? We laughing and talking, and as soon as I leave, girl, I can't stand that B. Why the hell she coming up in here laughing and smiling, thinking she look cute? Get her, I can't stand it. She need to get her ass and go sit down somewhere. You know, and men do it too. You got men, I didn't know so many men are jealous hearted and envious of other men. I never seen that until I really started looking at YouTube and seeing how some men move. And I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. I thought it was just a female thing, but what I realized, jealousy and envy is human. It's a human emotion. It's human nature. It's just some people have more of a problem with it than others. So when I experienced some things on this app and just in dealing with my life, I learned it is so better. It's so much better to be a loner and have a few people around you that you actually trust and that actually really likes you. You know, you will always hear me say, I'm going to be around. I said, I'll probably say, like, I'm going out on a weekend, or I'm going to be around people that actually love me and like me because their actions prove to me in our relationship and getting to know each other. They've actually proved to me, and I've proven to them, that we're actually on the same page. And we actually really like each other, and we actually really love each other and want the best for each other. But you're not going to be able to say that about everybody. You're not going to be able to say that about a vast majority of people. You're just not. You're going to meet some real friendly people, but those real friendly people will have a knife in your back. Those real friendly people will try to destroy you at the end of the day because they really just don't like you. I personally, even before I got on to the app and really started talking to people in the chat, I really have always been a loner. Um, but I've always had few friends. I've had like, I have different levels of friendship, right? I have some friends that I'm really like, have been not intimate like sexually, but intimate as far as there's certain things about each of our lives that I have expressed myself. They have expressed themselves, and we really got beyond the layers, because sometimes as humans we're like onions. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's kind of weird that I said that, but onions are, it's like we all have different layers that we have to peel back. So I have some friends, a few friends that I'm just really just like that really, really know me, right? Then I have this other layer of friends that I can talk to, hang out with. We can go certain places, just have a good time. Then there's the other layer of friends where I have people that I can talk to, and that, we can check up on each other, the basic, talk about certain things that happen in everyday life. Those are different kind of friends that I have. And like I said, they're few, but I have them, right? But there's the other outer layer of associates. And the outer layer of associates are people I'm cool with, but they're probably still checking me out, and I'm probably still checking them out to see you know, if we can be friends. But more than likely, those associates are just associates, and they usually stay associates. You maybe hang out with them every now and then, but it's never anything too um, serious, or, you know, too intimate with letting, that person know what's really going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys can kind of understand what I'm talking about when I talk about that. But you just have to be careful with people. Everybody, I'm gonna say 99% of people, no, I'm gonna say 100% of people want something. You just got to figure out what they want. Some want to get to really know you because they think you a bomb person, right? But I would say that's maybe 1%. The others, you just have to figure out what their motive is of wanting to be around you or wanting to talk to you. Every person now that I meet that comes to me, whether it's behind the scenes or if I meet them when I'm out, I'm thinking to myself, what do they want? I'm not saying lose hope in all people. I'm just saying be cautious when dealing with people, because a lot of people have masks on. And you may think they like you, you may think they really cool with you, but they really don't like you. They're just attracted to something about you. Hey, Keita, how are you? Glad you're here. So you just have to figure out what they want. I mean, you could be straight up and be like, what you want? But, you might want to just observe, listen, and listen to the things that they don't say. And what I mean by that, a lot of times we be picking up stuff, but we overlook it because it'd be like, oh, maybe I was wrong. We second guess ourselves. I know I do, because I want to believe that I was actually wrong. But sometimes I was right on target. Some of those people that came in, I was like, I should have never talked to your ass. You are Satan himself or one of his children. I don't know. But it's just like you have to stop second guessing yourself. And when you feel that feeling, actually listen to that feeling. That's why I say listen to things they don't say. Watch how they react to certain things. I could tell when somebody wasn't really feeling me when I would say something like, it's certain things I would say, and they'll be like, oh, okay. I was like, wow. I didn't say anything to them then, but I was like, okay. So you ain't really happy for me, and I'm telling you this really great news. I mean, thank you. For at least I know how you really feel. But you really, you should pick things up like that. Or when you're talking and you're telling them about how something really hurt you, what someone did, or really made you upset, and they kind of giggle at it. That's not anything to be laughing about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's pretty interesting. I maybe need to take that into account. Hey, Gartrell, how are you, sweetie? Glad to see you. So it's just certain things like that you must be cautious of. I'm going to put my link in the chat. Please, I like people to kind of stick to the subject. If you would like to come up, I would really appreciate it. If you don't, I understand that too. We'll put it in. And we're just going to talk about how you have dealt with people and how you've handled people that you had to kind of, feed them with a long handle spoon. Because some people are not worth your energy. They're not worth your time. I'm going to pin it. But like I said, you have to figure out what they're there for. It's some people I actually hate that I've ever met. And hate is a very strong word, but it's exactly the truth. There's some people that you will probably meet in your life, and you say, well, it was a good lesson, but I wish I wouldn't have had to learn it, if that makes sense. There's some people you dread. You wish you could, if you could turn back the hands of time. I know I would. I would not have ever wanted to meet them, be around them, talk to them. I wouldn't want to do none of that, because if I knew exactly how you really felt when you got mad at me, then oh my goodness. But see, the thing about it is, a lot of times I really second guess myself. There was clues about certain people that I overlooked. And because I want to think the best of people, and because I didn't really trust my instinct, I made some bad decisions of prolonging whatever relationship I had with a person. That could be with dating, romantically. That could be platonic. Yeah. I'm starting to think that too, Gartrell. That's going to happen to everybody. It can be avoided, unfortunately, and that is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, Gartrell. Like I said, I really feel like some things could have been avoided, but like I said, on my end, I second guessed myself. I should have kept pretty much everybody at a distance, because you find but then you can't keep yourself a distance to everybody, because you'll miss out. You have to have a balance. You'll really miss out on some good people that are actually really genuine, that are actually people that really want to see you make it, that want to really be I would say a cheerleader for you. So you have to kind of have a balance. That's why I said you have to observe people. You have to listen to what people don't say. And that's their actions. You have to look at the patterns. Are they talking about other people that that you thought they was cool with, but talking about them? It's like, okay, so you probably would do that to me too. But oh no, here I am thinking, well, that's how she feels about that person, not me. But she's probably, that person probably doing the same thing that they did to that person to you. Like I said, it's a lot of folks have smiles. They like you cool, but they got a knife or knives in the back of your back. They can't wait to turn on you. Cause when they turn on you, they gonna bust it wide open. Everything they thought of you, your mama, your daddy, your sisters, your brothers, your whole existence, they gonna talk about you. And they gonna try to embarrass you. So you just have to learn to take your time, sift through people. You have to sift through the wheat and the tare. Wheat and tare look alike, but they are totally different. And that's how people are. There's good people, but there's a lot of bad mixed in with the good. You just have to figure out and take your time to know which one is which. And that goes by not rushing in. And that goes romantically. A lot of time you could date, I would say, the ideal guy. It was one guy I really liked, crazy about. And I felt like he was crazy about me at one point. He was a professional athlete at one point. And, it was going really well. But then as I started to really look at some things, I'm like, me and this person is not on the same wavelength. We're two different people. Even though we may like each other, we're two different people. And so instead of me getting my heart hurt, let me distance myself. And that's exactly what I did. I'm glad that I did it because I actually listened to my discernment. Hey, Symbols.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just wanted to chime in on something that you stated about earlier, like when people wanted to reach out to you just to get information.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I said that they probably are just using you is that because I personally went through that type of situation where people were just out, like literally overnight. They all of a sudden they want my information to contact me behind the scenes. But
Right.
then when they start talking, it's like, oh, so do you know this information about so and so, and do you know this? And like, it's just some people are just users.
They are opportunists.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then some people, I've noticed, again, personal experience, that some people like to play mind games with you.
Right.
Like they like to like for example, there was this one lady who I was talking to behind the scenes, right? And I thought she was a cool, sensible type of person.
Mm-hmm.
But then literally out the blue, she starts telling me to watch my back around these two specific people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then I asked her to can you give me a specific reason why you want me to watch my back around these people? And she couldn't do it.
No.
Not even one reason. So then I just kept it like a mental note of it. And then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, like maybe a week later, I see her over there saying, haha and he with the same people she was telling me to watch my back from.
Right.
So I'm like, some people, they just want to see what information they could throw out there to see how you'll react, to see if you're gonna just jump out the window for any little thing they say.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I say a lot of times you just have to watch people because you be thinking, oh, well, they might really be concerned about me. No, they're not concerned about you. They really trying to put things in your mind because they don't like the person. And
Yeah.
then they want to get in there and act like they do. That's
And
what I would rather. Hey, Queen Regina. Hey, King Channel. I would rather know when somebody don't like me rather than you pretend like you actually like me, you have a I guess a concern for me, but you really just don't. And a lot of people, they messy. If I tell you to watch somebody, I'm gonna tell you from A to Z what this person did to me. You can
Yeah.
make your own decision on what you think about it.
Yeah, but how do you feel about someone who would tell you to watch watch your back around somebody, but they can't even give you a reason why?
Hey, yo, it's Mike. I definitely I said they're suspect, because either you're telling me this out of jealousy or envy, or are you telling me just being messy?
Interesting.
That's how I would feel about it. Because if you can't give me the details on what is what, like I said, if I have some people that I tell you, I'm like, um, hey, you might need to watch this person. Let me tell you what happened. This. I'm gonna give you details, like to the T. I'm gonna tell you what has happened, and I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna just be straight. And that's probably what got me in a lot of trouble, trying to help other people and tell them exactly what happened and what they did to me. But it ended up backfiring on me, because they thought I was hating on a person when I was actually just telling them the truth of what happened.
Yeah, some people they don't want to hear the truth.
Because I gave details. I gave facts on what happened in my experience. But then it turned around. She's just being a messy bee.
Or like when have you ever like I hate to, sidetrack, but like when some people love to tell lies and then you call them a liar and they
Mm-hmm.
get mad at you for calling them a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you could just stop lying and I won't call you a liar.
Right. Right.
You know?
And I tell you, and I'm at the point now, I'll tell you, yeah, I did lie on this thing right here. But I'm telling you, everything I've said about a person, it actually came out to be true. And then when people experience it, it's like, oh, okay, so I ain't a big as liar as you thought I was.
And there's another thing I wanted to get some clarity on. Do you think people should be loyal to people that they've never met before and don't really know?
Hell no. Because guess what? They ain't gonna be loyal to you when things go down. It's been people that I've been loyal to wouldn't go in certain people's chats because I didn't want to offend them, just for them to turn on me.
Interesting.
So that just goes to show you there's no loyalty sometimes in life with people, and there's definitely no loyalty on YouTube. So if people are going to be mad at you because you don't do this, or you don't support a certain person because they do, or they want you to, hey, that you probably just need to get away from that chat, because at the end of the day, these same people that telling you they don't they that that they prefer you not be in that chat, or they don't like that other person, them be the same people that will turn on you. So
Yeah.
there's no loyalty on YouTube.
Yeah, I was just, given the rhetorical question because I really do believe that same thing that there's no loyalty on YouTube, but people would tell me that I'm wrong for saying that.
No, it's no loyalty. I've experienced it too much to know any different. There's been certain things I would not want to be seen in somebody's chat, because I rock with this other person, the other person they didn't like that I rocked with, and sometimes I would not be in the chat or whatever. But just to turn around for me to be talked about, or to be basically, I wouldn't say alienated, but uh to basically to be talked about and ridiculed by being, or maybe having the ideal of me being a real messy person. And I'm like, you know what, I would rather now not be close to people, period, on YouTube or anything with social media. It is not safe. If it's not safe to do it in your real everyday life, it's definitely not safe to do on YouTube with people you don't know.
Yeah, I had to cut down the people I was talking to behind the scenes, because it just felt like they was all playing games with my mind, and it was just I don't know, it just felt really odd, some of the things that they were telling me. And
Yeah.
then I would have some random people with these weird emails they'd send you to spin a narrative about somebody that you knew was a lie.
Right.
So, and then it just got too spooky. So,
It is spooky. And these
yeah.
people are a lot of these people behind the scenes, they be making plays. Like they actually be trying to set people up for some weird stuff. I don't know. They be setting people up and doing stuff. I'm like, what happened to just really being cool with people, getting to know people? Why y'all setting plays? Why y'all talking behind the scenes to get this person in some type of issue? Like it's weird. Like I have never met so many weird people on in life like YouTube. I don't, and then them and the same people that be doing weird stuff calling you weird and retarded. I'm confused. So
Yeah, like some grown ass people want to still play with Legos and coloring books, but want to call somebody a weirdo.
right. And my thing, I'm not a YouTube person. What I mean by that, I'm not one of those people that like to play a lot of games, like, because like I said, when I was talking earlier, I said Lonnie, Empress Lonnie One Love was a part of the beef sector. So she knew a lot about how people go back and forth, doxing people, putting their pictures and all that. I'm not feeling none of that. I'm living in real life, so I can't my mind can't comprehend working like that. So like I'm not gonna want to play on. I'm not gonna want to play online. Like I said, I just want to see you, because I really don't. I really not. I'm not playing with these people, like none of them at all. And when I say what I say, I mean what I mean, and so I don't have the type of mindset a lot of these people on YouTube have where they playing. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. So I think that's where a lot of people need to understand everybody is not the same. Just because you play online and you think this is cute, it ain't cute to me. Because I'm
Hmm.
thinking of my mind, as sweet as I can be, the other part I can be as well. So I don't really like for people playing with me like that. And like when I was talking to y'all earlier about those the things online that this female put up there. And I'm like, I'm not playing with you if I see you, ma'am. I can promise you that. And I mean it. Hey, D Santana.
But uh, I don't want to tell you what to do, but honestly, I think that's just a setup to get you in trouble.
Yeah, it probably is. But at the same time, it probably be worth it. Nah.
No.
But like I said, people need to really stop playing, because see, this is how people get killed. And this is the exact reason why I treat people now with a long handle spoon, because I don't know who is who now. There has been some times when I really thought somebody was really down for me and really cool with me, just to find out if something they get mad about, they turn on me in just a split of a second. So I have my guards up very high. And I would tell anybody, if you are thinking about becoming a content creator, be very wise who you deal with. Be very wise who you connect with and get so personal with.
Yeah, and don't feel the need to be an open book either.
No,
Because
don't do it.
because especially if you come in a space and like 90% of the people don't are afraid to come on the stream yard,
Mm-hmm.
that's a sign to you to not reveal all your personal details, because
Right.
these people are afraid to just talk.
Right. And that's the thing with me, I was raised to where, not all the way, but to be yourself and to be transparent. But I found out that is not the safe thing to do. So I learned to withhold a lot of things when I would be talking. And then some people would think I would be lying when I just wasn't telling them everything. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
learned to kind of withhold a lot of things because it is not safe to be open and free with people. You can't do that with, I would say, 99.9% of people. You just can't do it. It is not wise. And like I said, anybody that's thinking about becoming a content creator, or if you are a content creator, you need to be very careful about your circle. You also need to understand that nobody is going to be loyal to you like you think they are. And when they get mad at you, they will turn on you like a snake. Yes, we are strangers.
but
I don't know you. You don't know me. D.
but
Santana said that.
but that's the thing with the whole snake comment. Like, the way I move is I don't really put all my emotions into people I've never met before.
Right.
So if they, out the blue turn around and start hating me, I don't really get mad at that because I don't really know this person. So
Right.
for me to get mad at them for not liking me anymore, that would be kind of silly.
Yeah, it is silly. It just depends on, I would say, what you have shared with that person. Like, I would say for me, this is just, I'm just saying hypothetically, me and you. If I was a person, we got to know each other, and we're both content creators, or if I was just a subscriber and I was encouraging you, we were talking behind the scenes and, just trying to be a good supporter of you, just for you to turn like that, that would bring question. Now, not to where it's like, I want to die because you stopped talking to me, but it can make you feel a certain kind of way because you're like, okay, well, what did I do? Is there something that I could have done? I know for me, I would always be trying to figure out, is there something I could have did differently? Or if there's something that I shouldn't have did? I'm thinking about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because I always kind of want to be a person, if I did something, I wanted to self-improve,
Mm-hmm.
but I try not to really get very emotional, uh, attached with people online. But there is certain things, if I have tried my best to be nice and encouraging to you, just for you to turn on me, that would make anybody feel a certain kind of way. And you don't even have to be so emotional attached to that person. It's just the fact that, you have the ideal that you want people to treat people like you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And when that doesn't happen, it can make anybody feel a certain kind of way. Whether you really into that person or like that person or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way people do things. It's a right and a wrong to do everything, right? Hey, Maddie. It's a right and a wrong way to do everything. And I think a lot of people um, don't grasp that. They're just like, it's all about me, myself, and I. And F how you feel. That's what I think. I could be
Yeah.
wrong. You know. Anybody else want to come up and join us? Or would you say people like to follow the leader in this sector and don't have yeah, they know a lot of things, good and damn well some things is just wrong, but you're not going to speak on it because you like such and such, but you know damn well they wrong as two left shoes, but you're not going to speak on it because it's not your problem. And I understand some things you do need to mind the business that pays you, but some things is right and some things is wrong, and they need to be said sometimes.
Oh, that brings up a good point. Like, what do you think of people who say that, they don't stand for a certain action, but then when some person that they like does that same thing, they don't say anything?
Right. Right.
Like,
And
if
that's
they say, they're against
bullying and all this.
bullying, but they're
They
supporting
bully
some,
other people. They
yeah.
put people that didn't put their picture up on their community wall so people can make fun of them and they don't even know. And see, it's all about trying to destroy your image, because if people are used to seeing you in a different light, they want people to see, oh no, she ain't this, she ain't that.
But here's another thing. But you look good though, right?
Oh, are you asking me a question?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I look good or not. Wrong is wrong and right is right. No one has the right to take any of my pictures and post them unless they have my permission. True. That's just like if I go and find your pictures and post it on your wall, regardless if you think you handsome or not. That was the wrong thing to do, because my intent was to humiliate you. And that's just what that is. And it's weird as hell. So, I mean, we can agree to disagree on that, but you know.
I thought it was just like she was trying to tell a joke, but it fell flat.
It fell real flat, down all the way to the floor like a titty.
Yeah, because especially when you know how
it wasn't funny to me, because had I found out who her daughters or any of her family members and did that, I'm pretty sure that would have been a big problem. So that's what I'm saying. People need to understand. We have to learn to all, and this goes for me as well, to treat people like we want to be treated, whether we like them or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things you should have a moral compass not to do. I don't like her. I despise her. You're not going to see me doing certain things because, first of all, that is uncalled for. It's wrong. But like I say, I don't have a problem with ever defending myself with anybody. Mm-hmm. If you get my drift. But but other than that, I learned a long time ago, if you don't want people to do certain things to you, don't do it to certain people. I have never been a person that liked to go and try to destroy someone's image or reputation. I'm going to only tell you what I have experienced with that person. And when I tell you what I have experienced with a person, then I'm telling you my point of view. You can believe it either one way or the other, you know. Hey, Keita.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to come up here real quick. I would say my experience is basically I limit myself. Mm-hmm. So I only go to people chats that I feel comfortable with, which is what you and Lonnie and a few other people that never really go live. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like a hey, you know, mm-hmm. You and Lonnie, I speak more because I feel more comfortable, but I basically limit myself because, like you, I don't trust a lot of people.
No, it's not safe.
It's not safe at all. And I just what I wanted to say to you was basically, if I support you, I support you. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to talk about nobody behind their back. I would say it to your face. I prefer to say it to your face.
Exactly.
That's why I stay out of people's chats, because I know how my mouth is.
Right.
So for all of that, I just rather stay out of your chat.
Right.
I mean, go to people's chats that I feel comfortable with. But exactly. I just want you to know that I support you, and there's other people that really support you that's not out to get you at all, honey.
And I believe that, Keita. Like I said, I immediately kind of picked up on you and Harley. Really, y'all are really like somebody that I really, really like. And it's like, dang, I don't know these people, so I better not get too close. But, you know, I appreciate your energy. I can feel that you really like what I have to say, you know, and if you don't agree with it, you still just like me I feel like you like my aura, something about me that you really enjoy. And I picked it up.
Yeah, go ahead, honey.
No, I just said I picked it up from you and Harley. And I can kind of sense certain people that I'm like, I really think they really like what I got going on. But some people, I'm like, I ain't sure about you.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like once I picked up that you was a Sag like me, a Sagittarius, and
Yeah.
our birthdays is only like 5 days apart. I'm like, that's basically me talking. It's
Yeah.
just something a younger version,
Yeah.
just talking.
Yeah.
So I mean, my support is real, and it's not fake at all. So I
I
just
picked
want
it
to
up.
show that because I know how when things happen to you, us being Sagittarius, our guard goes up, and it don't
Right.
come down very easily. But I just wanted you to know that you have my full support.
Thank you so much, Keita.
That's all.
And really, this is really exceptional because you don't really hit people's
I
panel.
don't. I
So
don't. I
this
don't.
is actually pretty exceptional. And next I'm be waiting on Harley. But I really picked that up from you guys. And I wish I could just block the people that I want to block from even watching me, and then have the people that really enjoy me come over. But unfortunately, we can't do that on YouTube. But
Yeah.
I
Hello.
the kind of camaraderie that I experienced with you. And then when you had encouraged me the other day, because you knew I was very serious, and I still am. I really am. You have no idea. And it took, some friends and family members kind of be like, YouTube, don't go to jail, don't go to prison. Okay.
Exactly.
You've came a long way. Don't let a person that you don't know trip you up, right? And so I had to kind of go back and I calmed down over a couple of days, okay? But I still have it in me. That's why I say people got to be real careful with this internet and social media stuff, because you have no idea where people are mentally. You know what I'm saying? And you can find, I'm one of the people, I try to be one of the nicest person, and I try to be very encouraging to people. I really try to be helpful to people if I can, even though people have tried to make it seem like I wasn't. And when people come at you a certain kind of way and they come so malicious and petty, I have the temperament. And I know it in my heart. And people that really know me, they know. It's in my heart. I want to find you. That's how serious I am.
I'm telling you.
People like this, it ain't that serious. It's just YouTube. It's very serious to me. You trying to damage my name and my image because of your dislike. It's a lot. It's a few people I dislike. Do you think I'm gonna have the time or the energy to expound on doing stuff like this? No, I'm not. I have an 8-hour career, number one. Not only that, I actually have family, I have friends, I have people that care for me. I have a whole different other life, outside of YouTube. And when I have been attacked in this manner, it's just like enough is enough. And if I see you, I'm coming for you.
Right.
I'm fully loaded. I'm promised to God. And he knows it. That's why I say it might be good. God knows to keep me from people, because I am not always that strong. I'm just like anybody else. I got my faults. And I keep telling people, don't let this lace front and these nails fool you. I promise you. And I'm not no internet gangster. I'm not. But I definitely am about what I say. I can promise you that.
This is why I don't want to be a content creator. And I even said this to Lonnie, because the way my temper is set up, it's like I'm ready to fight. I don't talk. Like you said, I believe you when you said I don't talk. I don't talk. I don't talk. I'm ready to fight you, and you too far from me to get to you. So let me just sit back and stay in these chats.
And that's exactly how I feel, Keita. And that's why I said, it takes people like you. It takes people, and it's like, MG, don't mess with Texas. I'm actually a real Texan, honey. And and it's like, especially people that try to be good-hearted. Don't take my kindness for weakness.
I'm telling you,
because I can meet any energy. I'm not, and like I said, I'm not about going back and forth. I'm not about, when I come, I don't come with smoke. I come with fire, because you have took me. It's like I have like did a out of body experience when I'm mad. It's an out of body experience for me.
Absolutely.
And it's like, have you ever felt, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight and you black out, so you don't know what you did.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's kind of, yeah. So that's the
Yep.
energy I be on when I'm really like, I'm done. I'm tired. Like, enough is enough. I don't care if you don't like me. Move on. Because if I see you, it's definitely.
I always say that. I always say, stop poking the bear. You never know. People think because they let me say this without stuttering. People think because they was bad in their neighborhood and they can fight in their neighborhood. You don't know anybody else's struggle. You don't know anybody. You don't know what people are capable of.
Right.
You go poke the bear with them. Those people get fed up, and when they snap, they snap. That's why I call snap.
Exactly.
Because it's not planned. It just happens in that moment. So people just need to stop. Seriously.
And then when my friend had heard me on Lonnie, she's like, Selena, she's like, you're like she said, see, they need to leave you alone. You're a totally different person. And they don't really, and people really don't realize my image gives another type of field of me, of who they may think. But really, you really don't know people, and you don't know how close a person is to snap. And when they snap, they want to find your ass.
Exactly. But I knew you had it in you. Once you said you was a Sagittarius, I don't want to keep bringing that up. I already knew.
And it's beyond that. I think, like I said, my father had a temper. On my mother's side had a temper. We good people. We try to help anybody. But if you cross us, it is over and done. I'm coming for you, bitch.
I'm telling you.
And I mean that with my whole heart. So that's why I say you need to leave folks alone. Go on about your business, ma'am. Because I'm really not about going back and forth, all that roasting and talking shit. I don't care nothing about talking shit. All that talking shit is not. That's over for me. I don't get into all that. I just start hitting and punching. I don't care. So I'm just, like I said, I'm not an internet gangster, but I am a person. When I say
defend yourself, you defend yourself.
Yeah.
That's it.
When I say something, I mean it with my whole heart. And I mean to take whatever I say, I mean to take the action of it. And a lot of folks have said that, and people have ignored it. And then when that person kept edging them on, when they found that person, you know what happened. You know what happened. And it happens every day. That's why people need to stop playing with folks that you have never met.
You're absolutely correct.
So,
and I didn't want to stay up here too long. I just wanted to tell you that you have my full support, and because I heard you saying, I don't know if I can trust people, and I totally understand that. But I want you to know that I'm not being fake with you at all. I don't F with you. I don't F with you, and I stay away from you.
Me too. That's how I feel.
I don't go in your chats. I don't write in your chats. I don't smile. I don't talk to you behind the scenes. If I don't.
And I also, I don't ghost watch. And people say, oh, y'all watch everybody. No, I don't. It has been times where I didn't know what was going on. People had to hit me up and let me know what was going on, because I didn't have any idea. Because when I don't like you, I don't want to hear your voice. Anything that has anything to do with you, it just rubs me the wrong way. So since I don't want to be in a negative spirit, right, or a negative attitude, and take it out on other people that don't know nothing about it, I don't watch stuff like that, because I don't want that stuff to have power over me.
Yeah, there's people that do that though. They'll watch every single thing of the people that they claim to hate.
Yeah, that is weird to me, because I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling you like that, hoe. So I'm not gonna sit up there and watch you. It has been where other people have told me, and here I'm, that other part about to come out, but let me go back, because I was doing good. But like I said, I just want to stay on the right side. So that's why a lot of times I stay away from people, especially a lot of people that I'm not too sure about. I stay in my own lane, and I mind the business that pays me. So
I understand that. I understand what both of y'all are saying when you say you don't watch people you know you don't like. But sometimes I do watch them because I want to see exactly what you're doing and what you're planning and
right,
what you're. I mean, that's just me. So I
right,
could be 10 steps ahead of you. Not that
right,
you're coming towards me with it, so I can know your mindset.
right,
And I understand y'all too. Is like I don't understand it. It's weird. Not to me. I think differently because I want to know your mindset.
right.
I want to know your mindset. No, it's none of my business, but I need to know
Mm-hmm.
because if you think you're gonna come towards me with it, I'm gonna be 10 steps ahead of you.
Right,
And
right.
sometimes it's and I can understand in your case where all you went through, how you absolutely feel that way. I
Mm-hmm.
totally understand why.
Right.
For
Yeah.
me, I like to watch. I'm a I love like I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I love to observe people. I observe everything,
Right.
and I just like to be 10 steps ahead of you. I'm sorry,
Yeah. And
people.
I can understand that too.
Yeah, yeah. It's just me. It's just me because
Mm.
I don't want you to catch me slacking or anything like you think you're gonna pull something over me or
Right.
anything. I need to know how your mind works.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
that's
some
just
and sometimes, that is good because sometimes I have, maybe not maybe that particular person, but maybe
hmm
it was on somebody else's and my name popped up. I'm like, what the hell
hmm
my name pop up for?
hmm
Like what?
Oh,
So it is good to be watchful because you just never know
yes,
where your
and that's
name is being
exactly what I do.
said.
I watch. I don't participate. I'm not in your chats with it. I'm not talking
Mhm.
to you behind the scenes with it. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. But I'm gonna watch you though. I'm not
Right.
gonna watch every show. I'm gonna peep in and see what's going on and check out your mind frame, and I'm out.
Yeah, because you
Oh,
saw
you
me
still
the other
that way?
day.
Yeah. Huh?
You saw me the other day.
I,
I'm not gonna say, but you saw me the other day. I said, Keita, I saw you come in, but then I said what I said once my name was being said. But yeah, we
yeah.
on the same page. I get
Oh,
it.
what was that other?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Oh,
other
and
day.
I never even, it was that, and I think I deleted that comment because I was like, I'm getting up out of here. If this is what if you talking about the same thing I'm talking about.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I deleted that comment. I was like, I'm not, because I started to get upset and mad, and I was like, I'm getting out of
As I said,
here.
these people
Yeah,
have no idea they're playing the dangerous game on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, because I
And
didn't like that at all. I didn't like
mm,
what was said at all.
no, and it's just really amazing. People that don't know you have never met you. So
hmm
yeah, but I appreciate you, Keita,
Yeah, yeah,
my girl Keita, and my boy Symbols. I gave Symbols that name.
yeah.
Yes.
Lord. But I enjoy everybody. I'm gonna give y'all some smooches. Um, I don't like camming up that much, but I just want to tell everybody, thank you so much for being a part of my live tonight. Um, Everybody that came in, everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed, please like, share, and subscribe, and push the notification button so when I go live, you will know this. Also, like I said, just keep a watch over my community wall. Make sure you help me out because um, no one deserves to be cyberbullied, especially if they're not cyberbullying someone. So thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Um, Everybody, thank you so much. From my Keita, my Rich, and let's see, Mr. Goodbar, Metal Clips, Realist, MG 707, Gartrell, Young Griez, let's see, Harley, CC, Cheeky Cheek, Maddie Patty, Young Griez, D Santana, Drea, see, Dome, K Smooth, King Channel, Queen Regina. Let's see who else we got. Brooklyn Lady Ellie. Uh, Go up. Let's see. Did I see Chicky D? Well, you know who you are. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you guys had a great night and that you enjoyed the live. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye. Let's see.